We are seeing growth, but not as fast as we expect. Naturally, mobile money, I mean, of course, I'm speaking from a perspective of a bank. But mobile money is growing fast. Most of the times you will find people have mobile money and don't have an account, and they, it's fine. I think that in spite of the growth of mobile money, we still are not seeing, we're still not seeing the impact of digital payments the way we would expect them to, because majority are still transacting down the road from a consumer to business expenditure in cash. I may have my money saved up, but most of the merchants, most of the businesses, or merchants as we call them, will only accept cash, and that's their preferred mode of payment. As a result, any movement towards cashless become a challenge, and there's only so much we can do without the influence of policy in making this happen.
Right. So what you're trying to say is that policy will play a big role in actually changing this state of affairs. But then maybe just talk to me a bit about how you see those who are ready to jump into this bandwagon of going cashless going to influence policymakers. What sort of things do you think they should be doing today that would actually push the policymakers to effect these kind of changes we need from the policy perspective?
So what I see most of the time is, so since many people are coming from a point of only cash, the moment they begin to transact they give customers the opportunity to pay digitally. What I hear from feedback on the ground in the various countries that I visit and engage merchants from, all the way from someone selling roasted plantain on the side of the road to a fully fledged restaurant chain that is selling rice and chicken, if I can stay within the food sector. They will tell you that business is better when they do things this way. It's easier. They don't have to worry about cash operations. For that food chain, it's more operationally efficient. Reconciliation is less of an issue. Money loss and theft is less of an issue. Business seems to move a little bit faster. The lady on the side of the road, it's the same thing. They're able to manage their monies easily without worrying about looking for change to give their customers, etc. So they're embracing that, and they will tell you, we wish more people would come and ask for this. So there are two things that policymakers can do. One is ensure that the ecosystem to support a digital economy is in place. Then beyond that, can they also require businesses to offer customers an option to pay digitally? Now, in Rwanda, we have seen this, and I mean, I'll always go back to it as an example because it's where I started this journey. When we started the cashless journey in 2011, cashless payments were 0.3% of GDP. Yeah. As of June, in the governor's central bank, in the monetary policy statement, we were sitting at 30%. Huge jump, and that has been driven largely by deliberate government policy. So government has to meet halfway and create awareness on cashless, create awareness on the importance of businesses offering this, maybe offering some policy incentives in tax rebates or whatever it is, right, for the consumer or the businesses, to where we can move towards an ecosystem that is running digital, so that we can keep money in the bank to fund our development. I think that we are a $3 trillion economy as a continent. About 70% of that is personal expenditure on a daily basis. Right. If we're able to even digitize half of that by choosing the cashless way, we would have enough money to not need aid, right, to fund anything. Right. Right. We would be able to fund our own development.
Indeed, Lucy. Just probably before I let you go, there's the issue of the infrastructure, which has also been pointed out as one of the major challenges, the physical infrastructure for cashless transactions. I mean, from a person who actually sits in a financial institution yourself, and also has been working on this particular drive for cashless economy. Where do you see the solutions coming to this particular problem?
You know, with the mobile phone and the penetration of the mobile phone, infrastructure is no longer a challenge. Connectivity is, because anybody that has a phone will make sure that it's charged. If it's a smartphone, all financial institutions need is just space on that mobile phone. There is no device that is required except, you know, a mobile phone. So infrastructure, I feel, for Africa is no longer a barrier to entry because we have the mobile phone. We have the most mobile phone penetration in the world, and I think that with the mobile phone we can get to where we need to go as quickly as possible, and which is why Ecobank is investing a lot in mobile, and we have over 8 million people that have downloaded the Ecobank mobile app, and we have over 70,000 merchants across the continent that are utilizing these payments, and we hope that as we take advantage of mobile technology, we can be able to reach more people everywhere. As you know, no matter what they do or how much they earn, we should be able to reach them with a mobile phone.
Finally, Lucy, you see, I want to read your thoughts as well on the thoughts or the perception of the ordinary citizens who will always feel that that extra cost that I'm charged for carrying out a transaction that is cashless is actually eating into my budget. And so they feel like, I'd rather just transact in cash because I'll receive the full amount, or I'll just pay my money using the amount of money that I have without being charged extra. What sort of message would you be telling these people and all those who are also in charge of adding up this additional cost that probably the citizenry would be feeling like it's what is carrying them away from embracing the cashless economy? What would you tell them?
I think it's mostly perception. The good news is that payments are generally free, right? So you shouldn't have to pay anything to make a payment at a merchant. Payments on the merchant side is where they typically pay the bank a small commission for making it easier for them to collect payments, but that shouldn't deter. It shouldn't deter consumers from choosing to go digital. I think there are ways that we're trying to be creative to make it as affordable as possible. But when a